Most of us break down after failing once or twice in life. We feel like it's the dead end. But today, I am going to tell you the story of a man whose life's very first chapter was defined by one word: rejection. When he was in school, he failed his primary school exams twice. He stumbled 3 times before passing high school. When he finally graduated from college, he thought it was time to change his destiny. But fate had harsher plans waiting for him. Wherever he went for a job interview, he was turned away. He applied for 30 different jobs, and from all 30 places, he heard the exact same response: "You are not good enough." When the international food chain KFC came to his city for the first time, 24 people applied for the job. 23 of them were hired. Only 1 person was rejected. Yes, he was that unfortunate 24th person. The man we know today as billionaire Jack Ma was even rejected by the police force, where they bluntly told him, "Your body language and appearance are not fit for the police." How much more disappointing can a person's beginning be? If an average person faced that many rejections, they would probably lock themselves in a room and curse their luck. But this man possessed a strange, unyielding obsession. He used to tell himself, "They're rejecting me today because I am not ready yet. I will build myself." He dreamed of studying at Harvard University, the most prestigious university in the world. Just think about it. A man who couldn't even secure a job at a local fast food joint or a police station was dreaming of Harvard. He didn't apply once or twice. He applied to Harvard University 10 consecutive times. And every single time, the officials threw his application away like trash. 10 times he was rejected. Jack Ma later laughed in an interview and said, "I knew they would reject me, but I kept applying just to see how many times they could say no. One day, I will do something bigger than them." This sheer stubbornness is the key. When life knocks you down repeatedly, you have 2 choices. 1, you blend into the dirt and accept defeat. 2, you bounce back with double the force. Jack Ma chose the second path.
The year was 1995. Jack Ma visited America for the first time, and there he was introduced to a phenomenon called the Internet. The very first word he searched on the computer was beer. He noticed information about beer from various countries, but there was absolutely no data about China. He was stunned. He realized that the Internet was going to shape the future of the world, and China had to lead this digital revolution. When he returned to China and told his friends that he was going to start an internet company, 23 out of his 24 friends called him crazy. They said, "You don't understand computers. You don't know coding. You have no money. How on earth are you going to run an internet company?" But in 1999, in his tiny apartment, with just 17 friends by his side, he founded Alibaba.com. The initial journey was anything but smooth. For the first 3 years, Alibaba didn't make a single penny in profit. They didn't have money to pay employee salaries or cover server costs. Big investors from Silicon Valley rejected Alibaba, calling it a pointless and unrealistic project. During those dark days, Jack Ma kept motivating his team himself. He used to say, "If we are a good team and know what we want to do, one of us can defeat 10 of their Silicon Valley experts." He never gave up. He knew that no matter how violent the storm eventually has to pass. And then came the day he fought so hard for. All obstacles bowed down to Jack Ma's vision and his team's relentless hard work. Alibaba.com gradually expanded beyond China to become the world's #1 business-to-business e-commerce platform. The man who was rejected by KFC now owns an e-commerce empire that rivals Amazon. In 2014, when Alibaba was listed on the New York Stock Exchange, it was the largest IPO in history. Overnight, the entire world learned the name Jack Ma. The very Harvard that rejected him 10 times now has students lining up for hours just to listen to his lectures. What is failure? Failure is only when you give up on yourself. As long as you don't walk out of the ring yourself, no force on earth can defeat you. Jack Ma proved to the world that it doesn't matter what your past was, what you look like, or what background you come from. If you have the fire inside you, you can start from absolute zero and conquer the world.
As we reach the end of this 7-minute journey, I want to remind you of the famous philosophy that Jack Ma always shares with the youth. Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be sunshine. Most people give up when they see the brutal hardships of tomorrow, and that is why they never get to see the beautiful sunshine of the day after. You might be going through an incredibly tough time today, whether in your workplace, your studies, or your personal life. People around you might be whispering, "You can't do this." But remember, the whole world said no to Jack Ma too. If you can survive the battle of tomorrow, history will be written in your name. Never give up. Keep fighting, because history is made only by those who turn rejections into their ultimate weapons. Thank you.